Hey, this is the Insurance for Entrepreneurs YouTube channel where we're talking about insurance for people that are looking to grow a business and make something great, done by people that would like to grow something and make something great. All right, in this video, what I'm going to talk about is what is cyber insurance. Cyber insurance, to me, made sense when I started equating it to other things that I buy, other insurance coverages that I buy. So let me break down the program for you in that way. And keep in mind, every cyber insurance policy is different. There's no uniformity in the industry. So what I'm trying to do for you here is paint broad strokes on what you should be looking at. So there's 5 parts in a cyber program, the way that I think about it. First is property. And what it's commonly called on a cyber program is digital assets. What this means is if somebody gets into your system and corrupts your data, you're going to need to hire somebody to recreate that data, figure out how somebody got into your system and put it back. It's the equivalent of owning a home and there's a fire, except we're talking about data that you store on a server somewhere. It doesn't have to be your server, just your data. So think about a fire to that data, and that's what digital asset restoration coverage and forensic IT services are there to do for you when you have a cyber breach. The second part is liability, cyber liability. This is paying for damages caused to others. So if a cyber threat actor gets into your system, you have some legal responsibilities. You have to pay for damages caused to others. You have to pay for notification. You have to make them whole and pay for credit monitoring services. That's liability damage to somebody else. Third is business income. And this is different for every industry. But some things to think about are that going back to the idea that when somebody gets into your system, it's like they set fire to your house, except we're talking about your cyber house. You're going to need somebody to help you put it back, but then there's going to be a period of time when you are not able to operate in that house online. So you may lose income and you may have extra expenses associated with that downtime or with replacing it. If you're a restaurant and you can't allow people to pay by credit card and it happens over the weekend, that's a real problem. And so it's cyber liability business income coverage. The coverage you find there, you need to be looking at the waiting period, which is how long you need to be down before the coverage will start to respond. On your normal property insurance policy, on a building or a house that you own, it's usually 3 days. But with cyber, the damages can be happening right away. So you'll very frequently see much shorter time periods, 4, 6, 8 hours. So concluding that thought on the business income piece, the next part is basically kidnap and ransom. They call it cyber extortion, but it's the stories that we hear about people getting to public school systems, getting into municipalities and airports. Threat actor gets in there, says, I'm locking up your system, and if you want me to release it, I need you to give me $1 million. That's cyber extortion coverage. And the last part is cyber crime, which in the normal insurance world, crime has to do with somebody stealing money from your organization. So cyber crime, I mean, the funny story that everybody knows is like the king of Syria sends you an email and says, I've got this great business proposition for you. We all laugh about that now. But what does happen very frequently is that people will get an email from somebody that is they believe to be an authority, and they're demanding money right away. So it could be someone's boss, could be the utility company saying, hey, if I don't get payment from you by 5 o'clock this afternoon, I'm turning off the power. That's social engineering, and that's something that you can buy on your cyber package policy. So those are the 5 parts. If this was helpful for you, please click like and subscribe to hear more videos like this. It also helps other people find me. This is Daryl Henry with the Insurance for Entrepreneurs YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in.